where Pond has the full 400 horsepower to play with at last. For everyone involved in the project, this rally is vital. 2 years of endless testing have refined the chassis, the bodywork, the suspension, the engine, and the Michelin tyres. Tony Pond is expected to dominate the opposition here in Scotland. He does not let the team down. He wins the Argyll Stages rally easily, but is the car fast enough to take on the world?
I think it was about 6 seconds a mile quicker than the quickest of the opposition, which is what we've got to do, really. I mean, they're the sort of times this car must do. And I should think it's got to be about 3 seconds a mile quicker than a Quattro. Well, we'll be very happy. This week's been very good. It's done everything. I think the engine's run about 8 or 9 hours now, and I always over-rev it, so I'm pretty pleased with it.
Now the Austin Rover staff at Longbridge face a race of their own. 200 examples of the MG Metro 6R4 must be built to make the car legal for international rallies. As each car is finished, it's parked in a locked yard full of Metros, waiting the day when officials will arrive to count them. On the special production line, a pick team build each car working mainly by hand. Everything must be done precisely, for all 200 cars are destined to be rallied. These are not ordinary road cars and never will be. By November 1985, the Longbridge race is won. Now the motorsport team face their biggest challenge. The Lombard RAC Rally starts from Nottingham. The World Championship awaits. Joining Tony Pond in the number 10 car is his regular co-driver of many seasons, Rob Arthur, seen here with his battery of electronic navigation aids. Into the computer vision team comes Malcolm Wilson, winner of 3 recent British international rallies with his private Audi Quattro. The first day of the RAC rally, traffic jams and stately homes. Tony Pond and Malcolm Wilson are on the pace right from the start, even against the turbocharged supercars from Peugeot, Audi and Lancia.
Audi has got them on their
Wilson will later retire, Pond actually holds second place for a while. He goes on to set fastest times on 9 of the special stages. John Davenport has every reason to be pleased, as he explains to Murray Walker.
They're both in the top 10. Tony is just ahead of Hanno Mikkola, and Hanno's won this rally more times than I've had hot breakfast, so he must be on the right pace.
Now, I know it's early days yet, but do you feel that the concept of the car and the non-turbo motor and all the rest of it is proving itself?
Well, I think it's difficult to say that it's proving itself in these early stages, but I think when we get in the forest we may find that we prove it a little bit more thoroughly.
I'm disappointed, but I'm very happy for the car. I mean, the car was perfect. We didn't lose 1 minute, 1 second through anything wrong with the car. In World Championship terms, the car is so reliable. If we can come up with this again and continue, I mean, it's going to get in the frame on every event.
After a superb 3rd place overall on its World Championship debut, the Metro's next challenge begins in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Tony Pond and Malcolm Wilson start their 1986 World Championship campaign on the Monte Carlo Rally. often said to be the hardest rally to win because the special stages vary so much, from snow and ice to dry tarmac. Tony Pond's challenge ends early when an accident damages his steering, but Malcolm Wilson holds 8th place for many stages.
Well, we were quite pleased. I mean, the intention was to sort of get round the Monty and hopefully finish about, in the top 5. And I was quite pleased the way we were going, to think that Hannah was just in front of us and he's done the Monty for the last 14 years. I was quite pleased, really.
Mikkola finishes 3rd, behind Henry Toivonen and Timo Salonen, as the World Championship moves to Sweden, where the snow is at least consistent.
The car is so much easier and so much better to drive than the likes of the big Audi. And I think, for this event, it will suit the car better with its normally aspirated engine, braking, and this type of thing. So I think, really, it all bodes well for a good event.
This is how most people will remember the 1986 Rally of Portugal. In a tragic accident on the first loop of stages, spectators are killed by an out-of-control rally car. The top drivers decide to stop. Even brave men like Pond have no stomach for more of this.
I am not prepared to go on as a driver, irrespective. No way. Whatever.
What are you going to do then? You're going to tell the
Going
organisers?
into that control, and that's where I'm stopping. I've got my own conscience, and I'm not prepared to drive between people at 120 miles an hour. Just no way. It's always been bad. You could have done the same damage with any car, but the cars are 400 horsepower plus. You know what I mean? And the margin of error. You make a tiny error, you're killing people. I just can't see. I can't see the logic in it.
Have you told your team manager that's what you're going to do?
No, I haven't had a chance to chat to him yet, but I've got my own conscience.
It's got to be respected. Thank you, Jerry.
I'm sure that, Mr. John Davenport will agree with us. I've heard that Ford have withdrawn completely, so, they have to stop it.
Yeah.
And all the other drivers, Walter and Marco, are of the same opinion. So it's tragic. It had to happen. It's been going to happen for many years, and it's finally happened. And maybe someone will listen now.
Listen they do. After another accident in Corsica, the governing body of motorsport enacts sweeping changes. Group B cars, including the Metro, will be banned from rallying in 1987. This will be Austin Rover's only season of World Championship rallying.